A local sports bar that was the site of a deadly shootout now facing consequences. The steps being taken by the TABC this noon.
And a fishing trip takes a bad turn. How rescue crews were able to help a man after he ran into trouble along the San Antonio River.
Live from KSAT 12, the news at noon starts right now.
And we start with late breaking news coming out of the nation's capital. Riot police are negotiating with a man parked outside of the Library of Congress who told them he has a bomb.
That's according to Capitol Police, who say the man drove a pickup on the sidewalk near the library this morning. Officers say he told them he had a bomb, and police saw him holding something in his hand which they think could be a detonator.
Buildings in the area are now evacuated. Several agencies are now on the scene, including ATF and FBI agents. Right now, negotiators are talking with the suspect. They're hoping to end this situation peacefully.
And we'll keep you updated on this incident as it develops in Washington, D.C.
Meantime, a bike ride turning deadly for a couple on the city's northeast side this morning.
San Antonio police say a woman was killed after she attempted to cross Wurzbach Parkway and Wiedner Road near I-35.
Stephen Cavazos explains why the woman's boyfriend pulled a machete on the driver just moments after she was killed.
Thursday morning, off to a grim start. San Antonio police say a couple who were riding their bikes made an attempt to cross against a red traffic light at Wurzbach Parkway and Wiedner near O'Connor Road. That's when things took a deadly turn.
We have a 39-year-old female that deceased here at the scene.
SAPD say a driver who was taking his two children to school was unable to stop his car on time. The woman who was riding the bike was killed on impact. The driver stopped, but things continued to escalate.
The boyfriend that was following behind her on another bike pulled out a machete on the driver.
Another driver who witnessed a deadly crash attempted to defuse the situation and pulled out a handgun. Police tell us that driver has a concealed handgun permit. Investigators made the scene shortly after. Traffic was backed up on Wurzbach Parkway for over an hour. SAPD advised drivers to avoid the area. Sergeant Wattis says the woman had dark clothing and the bikes were not properly lit. He says combine that with the speed limit being 60 miles per hour.
Those all add up to for very bad outcomes.
The woman's identity has not been released and the driver is not expected to face charges. Stephen Cavazos, KSAT 12 News.
New this noon, an Eastside sports bar will not be allowed to sell alcohol for the next several weeks after 3 people were shot and killed there over the weekend.
According to the TABC, the agency suspended the Boom Boom Sports Bar's liquor license for 90 days. The TABC says that during those 90 days, it's going to investigate whether the sports bar's policies or practices played a role in the shooting. Police found the deadly scene early Sunday morning. Their investigation revealed that it had started with a fight inside the bar on South New Braunfels Avenue near I-10, but things eventually escalated. They moved outside, and that's when the bullets started flying. 3 people were killed. Police did arrest one person. A 34-year-old man, Daniel Badigan, is now charged with 3 counts of capital murder.
Also new this noon, the medical examiner's office has identified the 16-year-old found dead inside a home in northwest Bexar County. We're told he was Fernando Salvador Sabella. A 48-year-old man was also found dead at the same home last night. The medical examiner has not released his name. Deputies found the victim in the 25,000 block of Enchanted Dawn after family members requested a welfare check. Sheriff Javier Salazar says so far the incident is being investigated as a homicide.
Some people have quite a fish story to tell today, but it's not about the one that got away. It's about the one who had to be rescued from the San Antonio River on the far southeast side of town. He was a 22-year-old man who was out for a night of fishing. He ended up spending the night waiting for help. Katrina Weber tells us rescue crews had a tough time reaching him.
With eyes in the sky, police and firefighters steered their way through the darkness toward a man in trouble along the San Antonio River. They were called to that area near Interstate 37 and Loop 1604 early this morning by his friends. Police say he and another man had waded through the water away from the group late last night, looking for a place to fish, but got lost.
They were fishing, actually. They got too close to the water and the current took them. And then they fought, they struggled, they fought and got tired.
Mitch Chavez's 22-year-old son, Mark, cut his foot along the way. The other man then walked about 3 miles to get help. A rescue crew, meanwhile, had arrived with boats in tow and found Mark Chavez on the riverbank in a hard-to-reach area. They had to fight the terrain and a strong current to finally reach him.
Hopefully he learned his lesson, but I mean, it was scary. It was a scary moment, though.
The man at the center of it all was placed in the back of an ambulance to have his cut feet bandaged. While this rescue did have a happy ending, it definitely was filled with lots of hard work and worry.
I've been all night here, exhausted, you know. I'm glad he's all right. I'm glad it turned out good. Thanks to the firefighters, yeah.
The worry has turned to weariness, but now everyone can rest easy. Katrina Weber, KSAT 12 News.
More people are getting diagnosed with coronavirus in our community. Right now, the 7-day average is still well above 1,000 cases, and that means more patients need medical care. Only 6% of staffed hospital beds are available. 1,397 people are fighting the virus inside local hospitals. 373 are in the intensive care unit, and 230 are on ventilators.
The rise of COVID-19 cases fueling the mask debate around town, especially with children going back to school. Tonight, the Northeast Side Independent School District is going to hold an emergency board meeting. That meeting to discuss the COVID-19 pandemic and the possibility of a face covering mandate in NEISD schools and facilities. The meeting starts tonight at 5:30 in the NEISD boardroom. That's at 8961 Tesoro Drive. And beginning in late September, the Biden administration and the CDC now recommending booster shots for all adults 18 years and older. This applies 8 months after your last shot.
Meanwhile, COVID cases continue to rise across the country, with doctors saying it's looking worse than last year. ABC's Dan Lieberman has the story.
We want to take everybody that we possibly can and do everything we can for people, but we don't have the means for it.
In Louisiana, more than 3,000 patients now hospitalized with COVID, the highest in the nation. Inside Baton Rouge General Medical Center, nearly 200 infected patients, more than 90% unvaccinated.
I done prayed, made my peace with God.
This 39-year-old writing a goodbye note to her 11-year-old daughter, unsure if she'll make it, speaking to ABC's Trevor Ault.
If I don't make it, just know that you will always be surrounded by love.
While efforts continue to reach the unvaccinated, the Biden administration now planning to roll out a third booster shot for all adults 18 and older, starting September 20th, to be taken 8 months after the second shot. Dr. Anthony Fauci telling CNN.
Instead of chasing after something like this Delta virus that might actually be getting a diminution in protection, you want to stay ahead of the game. All right. And that's why the decision was to boost people.
The White House planning to issue a new warning to nursing homes, vaccinate staff, or risk losing Medicare and Medicaid funding. The president also taking aim at southern state governors who oppose mask mandates in schools, ordering the Department of Education to use all tools, including legal action, to ensure students' safety in the classroom. This comes as counties in Florida and Texas continue to push back against their governors. Hillsborough County, Florida, enacting mask mandates for students. And out in Washington state, the governor issuing one of the strictest mask and vaccine mandates yet amid a surge there, ordering all K-12 educators and staff statewide to get it, and masks indoors for everyone. Dan Lieberman, ABC News, New York.
The hottest day of the year was yesterday. We may see some more high temperatures going forward. Upper 90s possible into next week. Your forecast is coming up.
And the Dallas Cowboys are preparing to take on the Houston Texans in a few days. Meanwhile, one of the Cowboys hoping he'll be able to hit the field with his team. That's coming up in sports.
A Texas athlete going to Tokyo to compete in the Paralympics. How she's hoping to inspire others as she reaches her goals. A Texas gal is just hours away from heading to Tokyo for the chance to win gold during the 2020 Summer Paralympic Games. Jillian Williams is a sitting volleyball player for Team USA. Her leg amputated 5 years ago due to an aggressive form of bone cancer. But she tells Alicia Barrera the surgery didn't debilitate her. Instead, it lit a fire under her.
This volleyball player is skilled but also passionate. Her motto is make a difference by being different, and she's definitely doing just that. Jillian Williams played volleyball through grade school and even at Texas Lutheran University in Seguin, but her left femur began to give her trouble. Little did she know it was the first sign of Ewing sarcoma, a rare bone cancer. Her new team became Dr. Erin Sagalski at UT Health San Antonio as she underwent more than 24 rounds of chemotherapy. After that, she headed to Houston for an amputation surgery known as rotationplasty that protects her mobility. And it was at the hospital that she received a sports magazine and saw someone who looked like her and had the same surgery. And it got her thinking that maybe one day she could get back on the court.
So I started looking up more about sitting volleyball and like what it actually was, because at that point I decided I probably would never play again. And I just went ahead and started looking them up. And when I did, I saw someone with the same surgery as I had. And so I decided to reach out to her. They were actually at the games while I was reaching out. So I didn't hear anything until after Rio.
Now Jillian is ready to go for the gold. She heads out to Tokyo tomorrow with Team USA. Team USA sitting volleyball will compete on August 28th. Reporting Alicia Barrera, KSAT 12 News.
What a great story.
Right, yeah. I could bet that's probably just as intense as standing volleyball, for sure.
No doubt about it. Looking outside, we got a huge downpour north of town last night. Almost too much.
Some big numbers in very localized areas. But you look at that picture right there, just looks hot. Sometimes things just look hot. That looks hot. It's going to be a hot day. We know that for sure. The aquifer is down again today, 0.2 of a foot to 663.2. And your pollen count, I'm guessing because of that rain we did see yesterday, at least in spots, 5,320 molds jumped up into the high category today. We'll look at those rainfall totals. We'll also look at the weekend ahead coming up.
We have a lot to talk about in the weather department. Hit the highest temperature yesterday.
I knew it was going to come. Well, all the time when it was cool and everything, I knew we were going to pay for it.
Eventually.
It was only a matter of time. Right, yes, and we've got some more hot weather on the way. Yesterday was our hottest day so far this year. I think that's one of the reasons our storms were fairly robust yesterday evening, and they built up. We had some severe weather up there around the Spring Branch area, some quarter-size hail, some gusty winds, and a lot of rain. The rain was extremely localized, though. Look at the rainfall totals. You look at Spring Branch, there's anywhere between 3 to 4 inches from what we can tell based on a few reports. And then Bernie and just south of Bernie, about 1 to 2 inches with a few other thunderstorms that developed last night. Again, just very localized spots. Nothing here in San Antonio. We could see the lightning show, though, off to the north. It was bright last night. You guys mentioned the heat. We had a good July. Most of July was below average. As we got into August, though, notice we're starting to see more days above average. Yesterday was above average for sure. I think today, we'll be there again. And so we're trending warmer for the month of August, but we still have not hit 100 degrees yet. We are not there, and there's still not any triple digits in the forecast, but we are going to get awful close. There's the scene outside. Clouds are starting to scatter out. 88 degrees, dew point is at 71. That makes it feel like 94. Thank goodness there is a breeze at about 13 miles per hour. You can see the clouds scattering out, so that's allowing those temperatures to jump up now into the 90s. Stinson 91, Randolph 91, New Braunfels, you're at 91. And then the clouds in the hill country starting to fade away too. But the numbers are a little cooler there because they have big cloudy skies. 75 Rock Springs, 79, or now 80, just jumped up there in Kerrville. 90 in Carrizo Springs. Dew points are high. They're still in the 70s. Yesterday, they stayed high all day long, and we had a heat index of 106 yesterday afternoon here in town. I think the heat index will be a little bit lower today. Dew points maybe just a hair lower, and we need these numbers to come down a little bit more. And I think they will as we get into the weekend and certainly by early next week. Heat index right now feels like 102 in Pleasanton, 94 here in San Antonio, 103 in Gonzales, and these numbers are only going to get worse as the afternoon wears on. 106 the forecast for the heat index around 4 o'clock there in Pleasanton. Could get as high as 108 down in Cotulla. And the heat index forecast going forward, yeah, we're in the triple digits all the way into next week. We'll have our heat high sort of build in here. Right now it's off to our east, but it'll start to shift over Texas next few days. The system that brought us a little bit of rain now shifting out. And we've got to talk about Grace real quick. Right now it is weakened to a tropical storm. Winds at 65 miles per hour, gusting to 75. It's moving west at 18. It's going to reemerge out into the Gulf of Mexico, so it could re-strengthen into a Category 1 storm. That would be tomorrow morning, and then it will quickly make landfall somewhere between Tampico and Veracruz there in Mexico, dumping a lot of heavy rain as it does. But it stays well south of us. We may get a few clouds from it, but that's really just about it. So we talked about the heat high. It's centered over Alabama, Florida, Georgia right now. It moves to the west, and it'll be moving right over Texas by Sunday into Monday. And as you know, this is what cranks up the temperatures. We're still thinking upper 90s. We're not going triple digits at this point, but be prepared for some hot weather to start next week. And I think by the middle part of next week, it's on the move again. So it's not just going to sit on us, thankfully, for a while, but it will be there. And so we've brought temperatures up a little bit Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Maybe a little bit of cloud cover on Saturday. That's about all I can offer you. Maybe Wednesday of next week, we'll start to see a little bit of a change in the pattern. And hopefully by the end of next week, maybe some rain comes back into play. But this is a typical August forecast, guys. It was going to happen at some point.
Finally, we got normal.
Yeah.
Normal's not so great.
It was fun while it lasted, though. Yeah. Thanks, Justin. Yeah. And coming up, a local school district says it's taking extra measures to protect student athletes. And San Antonio FC postpones another game due to COVID. We'll have the latest coming up in sports.
Pro football coverage powered by Davis Law Firm.
The Dallas Cowboys in preseason mode. They're getting ready to take on the Houston Texans this weekend, and wide receiver Amari Cooper is hoping to join his teammates. He hit the field on Monday night, his first 2021 offseason practice. Back in early January, Cooper had ankle surgery, which caused him to miss minicamp and practice time out in Oxnard. Now he's cleared to go, but he admits it was tough to stay patient during his downtime.
Yeah, a little bit. I just want to play football. I just want to be healthy. The challenging part is just wanting to be your best. And when you hurt, you obviously not 100%, so you're not your best. So, yeah, it's been pretty challenging.
Cooper said he feels like he's 100%, but needs to run through the whole route tree to make sure. He does hope to hit the field Saturday night against the Texans. And speaking of the Texans, defensive end Whitney Merciless is entering his 10th season with the team. The former outside linebacker had 4 sacks last season, and he could boost those stats this season.
As far as what we've seen in camp, also in the game as well too, just playing a little bit more aggressive. Also, the emphasis on getting turnovers. We got 3 turnovers in the preseason game the other night, and guys tripping at the ball, things like that. Playing a lot faster, not even thinking. It's really just simple. Just go see ball, go get ball.
The Texans released their second depth chart of the preseason, and Deshaun Watson is still listed as the 4th QB. For a second time in a row, San Antonio FC is postponing a match due to COVID-19. The team was supposed to play against Real Monarchs this Saturday at Toyota Field. That game will now take place on Wednesday, September 1st at 7:30. The decision came after multiple people from San Antonio FC tested positive for COVID-19. That happened just before the club's postponed match against New York Red Bulls 2 on August 14th. All league, local, state health and wellness protocols are being followed. And in high school football, San Antonio Independent School District canceled several scrimmages, 7 to be exact, due to a rise in COVID cases. Those scrimmages were all against non-district teams. SAISD will still hold scrimmages this weekend, but only against district schools. SAISD Athletics Director Brian Clancy told us the reason behind this is to limit exposure to students from other districts because they may not follow the same COVID protocols and procedures being followed in SAISD. He also said they have every intent to play their regular season games for all of their sports. That's why Clancy says the district is taking extra precautions now so there aren't any disruptions later. Another precaution, since not every SAISD student athlete is vaccinated against COVID-19, The district is actively planning vaccine clinics this week and next to give those students a chance to get their shots. And here's a look at those 7 canceled football scrimmages: Brackenridge versus Southside, Burbank versus Austin Travis, Edison versus Central Catholic, Highlands versus Hondo, Sam Houston versus Cotulla, Lanier versus Floresville, and YMLA versus John Paul II. Ursula?
Thanks, Sam. The Environmental Protection Agency making some changes to some of the food you eat. It's banning a pesticide it used to use because it could be tied to children's health problems. Why it's been linked to health issues, coming up in the next half hour.
And a string of incidents involving unruly passengers on flights now leading the FDA to do something about it. The consequences several travelers are facing.
We want to bring you the latest on the U.S. withdrawal from Afghanistan. President Joe Biden now saying that even with the Taliban taking control of that entire country, he still sees a greater threat from al-Qaeda and its affiliated organizations from other countries. In an exclusive interview with ABC News' George Stephanopoulos, President Biden addressed the chaotic scenes that we are seeing in Afghanistan right now. He nevertheless maintains that the U.S. took necessary precautions before the massive exit and that progress is being made to keep Americans and our allies safe.
It took 2 days to take control of the airport. We have control of the airport now.
Still a lot of pandemonium outside the airport.
Well, there is, but look, but no one's being killed right now. God forgive me if I'm wrong about that, but no one's being killed right now. We got 1,000, somewhere 1,200 out yesterday, a couple thousand a day, and it's increasing. We're going to get those people out.
But we've all seen the pictures. We've seen those hundreds of people packed into a C-17. We've seen Afghans falling.
That was 4 days ago, 5 days ago.
What did you think when you first saw those pictures?
What I thought was we have to gain control of this. We have to move this more quickly. We have to move in a way in which we can take control of that airport. And we did.
But you don't think this could have been handled, this actually could have been handled better in any way? No mistakes?
No, I don't think it could have been handled in a way that we're going to go back in hindsight and look, but the idea that somehow there's a way to have gotten out without chaos ensuing, I don't know how that happens. I don't know how that happened.
The president arguing that it was no longer, quote, rational, end quote, to continue to focus U.S. military power in Afghanistan.
Meanwhile, on the ground in Afghanistan, people are still desperately trying to get through Taliban checkpoints and big crowds still outside the Kabul airport. ABC's Ian Pannell is in Kabul with the latest.
Unfortunately, those terrible scenes of people desperate, in fear, trying to get out the country, the anguish, the agony down at the airport are just continuing into another day. On the American side, inside the airport itself, it's orderly, it's calm. They're getting people out. The US military, the Air Force, doing an incredible, heroic job there, running these mercy flights out of the country. The issue is on the other side, where people are unable to get through, people with the right paperwork. We've been in touch with one woman who worked for USAID, the American Overseas Development Agency. She's also worked with the UN. She has the right paperwork. She went down to the gates that are manned by the Americans yesterday. She waited overnight together with a whole bunch of other people. She sent us some videos, and by 8 o'clock this morning she said the Americans still hadn't opened the gate. So there are problems on both sides. It isn't just the Taliban. There are clearly issues with a joined up policy that allows people through, and everyone apparently is working on this. The Americans say they're talking to the Taliban. The US military understandably say they don't have the capacity to push out into Kabul to help get those people back in, but that's something everyone's looking at, and hopefully in the coming days they can get a system in place, because the disorder serves nobody. Elsewhere, we have seen those gunshots you can hear. It's Ashura, which is a Shia festival, a Shia Muslim festival. The Taliban are Sunni Muslims. But interestingly, we saw a parade go by where the Taliban were allowing them to go out and celebrate. So there are some positive signs, but there's still a lot of fear. A lot of women are essentially locked up at home, unable to go out. We are hearing stories of the Taliban going door to door in some parts of the country. Again, they say this isn't their policy, but they need to to get control of the situation and be true to their word. So it's still fluid, it's still chaotic. People want to move in the right direction, but so far there's no sign of it. Ian Pannell, ABC News, Kabul.
Back here at home, looking at a hot day ahead.
But is it going to be as hot as it was yesterday? And it was humid too.
It was. That was part of the problem, is we couldn't get rid of the humidity yesterday, so those heat indices just stayed so high all day long. We're going to see temperatures actually pretty close to yesterday, and unfortunately that heat index maybe not quite as hot, but it'll be close. I want to show you the drought monitor. It's in today, and it shows us really good news for us here in Texas. Not the KSAT West. Still a really bad situation. Water table's low out there. Still a lot of wildfires, and there's not a lot of rain in the forecast. There's some in the Rocky Mountains, but not where they need it, places like California and Nevada. You look at Texas, though, we're in good shape. This week, only about 1% of the state is in drought, and that's down in the Big Bend region. So we're doing really, really good. As we look at Medina Lake, always a good barometer, 33% full. It's down about a foot since last month. It certainly could use a little bit of rain. Didn't get it yesterday, and there's not much rain in the forecast from here on out. Temperature-wise, 91 New Braunfels, 91 Randolph, 92 Pleasanton. That's where we're seeing more sun. As you go west, you run into more cloud-covered temperatures, a little cooler. 81 in Bandera, 82 Tarpley, 87 right now in Uvalde. For San Antonio, temperatures should make it up to about 97. Mostly sunny skies. Southeasterly winds 10 to 15 miles per hour. Guys.
Thank you, Justin. A good sign for the U.S. economy. Less people are applying for unemployment benefits, and it could be more proof that the job market is bouncing back after taking a hit during the pandemic. The Labor Department says first-time jobless claims fell by 29,000. The number of people applying for unemployment aid each week also falling pretty steadily since it peaked in January.
With unruly passengers on flights getting more attention recently, the Federal Aviation Administration wants to do something about it. The agency now proposing more than $500,000 in fines. Those fines would be for 34 unruly airline passengers. Most of the incidents involve passengers violating the mask mandate. 9 people were accused of hitting or touching another person on the plane, including crew members. One passenger is facing a $45,000 fine for throwing luggage at another person and grabbing a flight attendant by the ankles and putting his head up her skirt. That's right, his head. Half of the incidents involve flights to or from vacation destinations in Florida.
A pesticide that could be harmful to your child's health will no longer be allowed in food. The EPA said it is banning the use of this widely used pesticide. It's called chlorpyrifos, and the agency says it is, quote, associated with potential neurological effects in children, unquote. The EPA's move reversing a Trump-era decision not to ban this substance. For some folks, TikTok is their go-to app for funny videos. However, other people are using the app to further their careers. How it's being used by both job seekers and employers.
And maybe those applicants can get advice from this guy. Now, this canine is catching attention on social media. Still ahead.
And while we're on the subject of social media, Tinder wants to end catfishing on its platform. Details on the feature that will help users ensure they're talking to real people on the dating app.
Hello everyone, this is your daily tech and business briefing from Cheddar News. Wells Fargo deciding to not end personal credit lines for those who actively use or want to reactivate their old ones. The change of heart comes following backlash from customers that over their previous decision to close credit lines to save money. The bank, however, will not offer credit lines to new customers. Meanwhile, Tesla is hosting its AI event day today. The event is going to be an extension of the company's Autonomy Day, which is fitting given that CEO Elon Musk has set a goal to reach full autonomy by the end of this year. The event is invited design only, and it hints the company could showcase AI for more than just their vehicles. Analysts are saying it's very possible that consumers will eventually think of Tesla as an AI robotics company rather than just a car company. And Disney launching a new all-in-one app for park visitors. They're calling this Genie. The app is coming out this fall, and it'll allow park visitors to plan trips and skip long lines at domestic parks like Disney World and Disneyland. Park goers can use the app to schedule restaurant reservations, order food, and even pay for merchandise. A paid version called Disney Genie Plus will become available, and it'll start at $15 per person. And that's your Cheddar News Business and Tech Update. I'm Baker Pachado coming to you from Cheddar Studios in Lower Manhattan.
Tinder rolling out a new feature that helps you make sure you're talking to a real person when you're on the dating app. The ID verification feature will be an expansion of a feature Tinder is already testing in Japan. In that country, users can verify their identity by uploading a photo of a government-issued document such as a passport or driver's license. Tinder says it will determine what documents are most appropriate in each of the countries it is in.
TikTok already serves as a source for endless entertainment for some people, and now job seekers are using the app to land their next gig. Users are getting creative when it comes to getting noticed by companies. Some are even posting video resumes, and it's not just job seekers. Employers are also using TikTok to recruit new hires. So, how can you get noticed?
Companies aren't just looking for your traditional experience, your traditional resume. Use your TikTok platform as a way of creating just a simple brand for yourself. Personalize those videos, really knowing about the company, how you could add value to them, what skills you have, and that will really give someone a full picture.
Some big companies are hiring through the app. Last month, TikTok piloted a program partnering with brands like Shopify, Chipotle, and Target, allowing users to apply directly on the platform with their videos. And right now on KSAT.com, one of our producers is making a big splash on TikTok with a famous musician who has taken notice. KSAT 12 producer Alexis Page posting a video on the social media app saying she doesn't think it's fair that Lizzo is typecasted and body shamed. The singer agreed, and so she posted a duet of the video on her page. You can watch it on KSAT.com.
That was great.
We all jaws dropped to the ground and couldn't believe it.
Right, definitely. But what we also can't believe, or I guess maybe we can't believe, it's time for the heat. It's back.
I suppose it had to come at some point, but it is kind of hard to believe because we've had such a great summer so far. Temperatures got up to 98 yesterday. So far today, we're up to 88. The low this morning was 80. It didn't cool down at all. The averages are 96 and 75. It will actually be pretty close to the average high, I think, this afternoon. The record is 108, set back in 1986. Thankfully, we won't be anywhere near there. Some warm temperatures. We'll also take another look at the tropics coming up.
We have been watching the most unusual summer ever.
Right.
It's like one of those few moments in our history in San Antonio. We're not in a drought.
Right.
And so we're not going to complain real loud that it got super hot yesterday and humid.
No, you know, I'm of two minds of it. I mean, I like the relief that we got, but the dreary skies day after day, sometimes it's a bit much.
I know, and it did rain a lot in some places.
It did. Wrap your mind around this. 6 months ago, we were just coming out of the big freeze.
Oh, yeah.
So, you know, a lot happening this year. The heat is to be expected. We're still in summer, very much in summer here. Temperatures right now, 88 degrees in San Antonio, 93 in Laredo, 94 in Brownsville. It's warming up statewide, and you can expect that we'll see some hot temperatures all over the Lone Star State today. Here's a look at some of the forecast highs. 97 here in San Antonio, but it'll feel like 103. The humidity is part of the problem here, and the heat index is going to be up there in a lot of spots. 102 Waco, 104 Houston, 108 potentially in Corpus. So it's not just here, it's everywhere. And looking at the dew point tracker, dew points will be fairly high today. I think as we get into next week, you'll start to see the dew point come down just a little bit, and that may help. Although, flip side to that is the temperatures, the air temperature, probably going to jump up a little bit early next week. So get rid of one thing, you add another, it all comes out about the same. High pressure is the reason for our heat, and it's actually going to build in a little bit more as we get into early next week. So that's why we think temperatures will be as warm as they are Monday and Tuesday.
There's a look outside right now, and you can see that
we've got partly cloudy skies and 88 degrees at the airport, 91 Stinson, 89 Kelly, 91 at Randolph. A pretty good breeze, though, anywhere from 10 to 15 miles per hour. And the satellite picture, the clouds are starting to break up. We do have some thicker clouds off to the west, and that's kept temperatures down a little bit there, but starting to dissipate. 84 Bernie Stage, 88 Hondo, 91 right now in Castroville, 87 in Uvalde, 91 in Carrizo Springs. Dew points are in the 70s. This hasn't changed much. We're hoping, again, these numbers come down a little bit, but for now, they're still way up there, and it's still very sticky outside. And the heat index is registering at 104 Pleasanton, 102 Kennedy, 100 in Gonzales, 100 in Carrizo Springs, and will likely be above 100 here in San Antonio. There's the forecast heat index today, and a lot of places are going to be up above that 100-degree mark, if not close to 110 as you get down towards Cotulla and Beeville. So that's some dangerous heat. Here's the big picture, and we've got a lot of rain stretching from far east Texas all the way up into the northeast. That's a departing system there, and that's taking a lot of the rain with it. Some rain out across the Rocky Mountains as well. We showed you that high pressure that's going to try to build in. Meantime, Grace is spinning over the Yucatan. It's starting to move back out into the Gulf of Mexico. Winds are at 60 miles per hour, so weakening a little bit. But as it gets back out of our open water, should strengthen some Category 1 storm, and will likely make landfall as a Category 1 storm before weakening over Mexico. This will be south of Tampico, it looks like right now, with some very heavy rain down in Mexico. Speaking of the tropics, we are headed into the peak September 10th. So things typically start to ramp up this time of year. We've certainly seen that last couple of weeks. We'll see what happens next few weeks. If we do indeed get some more development out in the Atlantic, we'll keep you posted. Forecast, 96 Friday, 95 Saturday, 97 on Sunday. We'll go 98 Monday, so getting close to the triple-digit mark, but not quite. And maybe temperatures cool down just a little bit by the middle part of next week with some added cloud cover. We'll be right back.
Even a certain celebrity is smitten with a golden retriever turned social media sensation.
CNN's Jeannie Mose reports on a golden with a sterling reputation.
It's no stretch to call Sterling a social media star. This golden retriever has managed to retrieve over 1 million followers on TikTok. His Instagram account,
Life of Sterling Newton,
has even attracted Celine Dion as a follower. She's Sterling's lady, all right.
I was utterly shocked and obviously very, very honored.
Sterling's owner, Diane Newton, lives outside Toronto in Canada and now posts daily as if it's Sterling posting.
He's my best friend. I'm with him every day.
She posts his funny habits, like stealing underpants and bras and leaving them out in the garden. She chronicles his trips through the Starbucks drive-thru for a free whipped cream puppuccino. When there were fireworks, she showed how she found Sterling hiding in the shower. He may love chicken.
Shall I give you some chimkin? That's what we call chicken, chimkin.
But just try getting him to eat an egg. He'll hold it, but he won't eat it. Ever since he was a few months old, Diane's been showing him stealing dish towels and hats. Sometimes he's made to model the purloined items. All through the pandemic, Sterling's fan base grew, as one woman wrote.
I just wanted to let you know he's my virtual therapy dog.
Look how he greets Diane's son.
Have you ever been in love? I don't think so. Do you want me to describe it to you?
When he gets home from work at night, and he gets jealous if he sees her other son embracing his girlfriend and butts in. You can't fool Sterling by trying to hide his allergy pill.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Fans have watched him grow from a few months old to 3.5 years. He's a social media hound and a dog for all seasons. Jeannie Mose, CNN, New York.
Now I know why Celine Dion is a fan.
Right.
I'll become one now, too.
Yeah, for sure. Well, time to check in with the SA Live crew, Mike and Fiona, downtown with more, guys.
How are ya?
Good.
All right. Well, the kids are, of course, back in school, and that means maybe the parents want to get a little craft done going, you know, as we head towards the end of summer. And Stephanie Pena-Frost from Princess and the Monkey Home Decor is here. Hello. And we are working with wine glasses. And what kind of paint?
It is enamel paint, especially formulated for glass and ceramics.
And believe it or not, once you do this, if you treat it right afterwards, it's going to last for almost ever, right?
Right. Follow the directions on the manufacturer's recommendations for baking and it'll last forever.
Okay. All right. Hey, guess what? Jen is in paradise. Yes, Literally. with some Thai food. What?
Yes, I hope you guys are hungry because we are getting a taste of Thai street food at Hello Paradise. And I'm being told this fried chicken right here is the best in town. And yes, I'm going to try it a little bit later. I'm excited. Stick around. Oh, we got drinks too.
I think she needs a couple extra judges on that fried chicken. Right? I know. And I know a couple of them right now. All right. And of course, Chris Perez has a new record label for local Tejano artists. We'll tell you all about that.
In our morning meeting, I was very flattered. She says that Chris Perez watches in the morning and said hi to me. So.
Oh, I know. He watches GMSA.
Oh, okay. Hey, a fun show to watch on ABC is Holy Moly. It's like putt-putt on steroids. A local couple is going to be on tonight, but they're going to be on our show coming up. And I'm going to tell them all about that. And boy, have they got some great stories about this. A lot that you won't believe about that Holy Moly.
All that and more when SA Live continues in just a few minutes.